Hey there, get ready to be inspired as I, Shimiey Makhubele, join the background converse with Lesego M to share my insights on my journey of being Miss World South Africa quarterfinalist all the way from Limpopo, Guyana. Tune in for an engaging conversation that will leave you motivated and ready to take on the world.
Welcome everyone to another exciting episode of Backroom Combos with Lesego M. So this week we have a very special guest as always by the name of Shimiey Makhubele. She is Miss World South Africa quarter-finalist, a brand ambassador, and a model. So I'm not really big into intros, but I also understand that it's very necessary for me to do them. So people who are listening can get to know who the guest of the show is today. So Shimi, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Did I pronounce your name correct?
Yeah, it is correct.
It is correct. Yeah, so I just want us to start by just going, straight into it. I want to understand who Shimi was as a kid, take us back to Shimi as a kid so we can get to know you and understand some of the things that you do at this present moment.
Yeah, okay, great. So let me say who Shimi was before everything. It's just a normal girl. How can I put this? Shimi is just a normal girl, nothing much, just focusing on goals, trying to set goals there and there. I come all the way from Limpopo in Guyana, but currently I'm residing. Yeah, Amy is really not like that girl, but when you grow, you try to find yourself, try to find what you want. So Shimi became this whole pageant girl, and then after being a pageant girl, it's all about trying to pursue the goals that I've always set. So that's basically everything about Shimi.
No, I hear you, Shimi. I hear you. So, for people who want to have a background on the story behind how you joined Miss World South Africa, can you please give us insight into that?
Okay. Firstly, it was not really much being in the Miss World. I always wanted to be, Miss South Africa, and rising into Miss Universe. But the road changed, and then Miss World came up after South Africa changed their license. So I was like, you know what? This is an opportunity for me. I've always wanted an international stage. I always wanted something inspirational for myself. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I can do this. And then I went through to the whole application. While checking the roles and the goals of Miss World, I was like, oh, does align with my brand since it's all about beauty with a purpose. And of course, I do have my own foundation which aligns with the Miss World organization. You understand? So everything was just like, you know what? Maybe I can do this. Then I just did the whole application. I was like, yeah, I can do this. Aligns with who I am. And now we are in here. And with the fact that out of all the 1,000 applications, I got to be chosen as one of the quarterfinalists. I was like, oh, okay, this is really amazing. Yeah, I never thought I could reach this point, but for the fact that I'm here and I'm doing this and being in the Miss World, not just representing Limpopo, but then representing the people of South Africa, So yeah, I was like, you know what, this is very good. And going through the whole journey, it's like ups and downs, but through it all, I know I can.
Yeah, so the support at home, what's the support? Because you did mention earlier on that currently you are in you're in Joburg, right? So like, how's the support at home, and how do you communicate with the people that side to make sure that you get the full support from their end, you know?
Well, in terms of the support, for my family, it's very, very great. Um, my family is like scattered, right? And I've got people in like my aunt is in Western Cape, my family is in Limpopo, some are here in Johannesburg. So like what we do is like try to communicate, try to like set goals on how we can tackle this whole thing, try to make sure the votes are coming in, trying to recruit people to help us. So like that's how the journey is. The support is very great. I also got friends all over the country. They are helping me with votes and everything that I need. So like that's how basically everything is. So yeah, the support in conclusion, everything is fine according to me. Yeah, everything is fine. I feel like the more they get to support, it also pushed me to like go harder and like set more goals.
Yeah. So, by the way, like, congratulations on you being a part of the top 7.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
for vote, yes.
Yeah. No, congratulations to that. So, I did see that Rosebank was posting something about you, say, giving their congratulations to you being a part of the pageant, a quarterfinalist in the pageant. So I understand if Rosebank is doing that, you are surely a student of some sort in that institution, right? So what are you studying in Rosebank?
Well, I am doing IT in software development. Well, besides studying, I'm also part of the SRC in Rosebank, and I am in head of academics in ICT.
That's dope. Which year?
I'm doing my final year right now.
Your final year? No, congrats, man. That's great. That's great. So, are you getting any support from the institution as far as like marketing material, or it's just they just did that and it was the end of it?
The support is actually there. My line managers do help me with everything that I need. And yeah, also the marketing team are trying their best to help me, and also our director and everyone that I work with in the campus. Everyone's just there for me and helping me throughout with the journey.
Line manager, like, okay, for people who don't know what a line manager is, what is a line manager in your case? What the
Right.
Oh, okay, no, I get you, and I want to touch a bit on your foundation. You did mention that you have a foundation earlier on, so I want to touch a bit on that. Like, what does your foundation do? What inspired you to start a foundation, and where are we sitting at this point? And like, let's start with your what's your foundation about?
Okay, great. So my family and always did this thing annually where we go and to like know the book. And growing all the way up to name this, and then where in 2021 I found Name Never Had Foundation, and this with our and everything. So looking back into the poor communities around Diani, we're like, we can go and donate. So we're not only donating only sanitary pads, we do donate clothes, food, parcels, and other necessities. So that's how I think. And I work with my parents, but I don't only work in Limpopo. I also do collaborate with other foundations where we work in Bloemfontein, Gauteng, and also all over the country, wherever we can reach through. So Have Had Foundation is a foundation that aligns with everything to do with donating and giving back to the community. That's what Have is. And everything. And where we're sitting right now is country. I might not reach out, maybe, let's say, for example, Eastern Cape. I do have people that are working to support, we collaborate so we can get to help a lot of people everywhere. So that's what Have Heart Foundation is all about.
Okay, I get you, man. That's beautiful work. That's beautiful work. And to this, like, because even our previous guest, Mfondwambi, also has a foundation like you do, sanitary pad. And the question that I asked there is the same question that I'm going to ask you now. Is that, like, for people who also want to start a foundation like yours and are not a part of this thing, and they want to push the same movement of giving back to the community, how do you fund this? How do you fund us? Or how do you get people, to support your idea? Because I know it's hard for some people to start to fund, an idea. It's so hard to get funding for it. And how does Shimiey go about doing it?
To be quite honest with you, there's nobody that is funding me or the foundation at all. So what, like when you set goals for yourself and also you try to save up, that's what I literally. I think the most thing that keeps me going is all the collaborations that I have. I get to work with different foundations that are funded, So that's how everything is. But Have a Heart Foundation on its own is not funded by anyone. It's just standing on its own. So me keeping them and going forward, it's just like not to stop, but to keep on going, So that's how everything is. So if there's someone who really wants to start this, what I can say is don't give up. Things that small, sometimes you're going to feel like, oh, I'm going to give up, or this is what's going to happen. But no, don't ever give up. Just try to work harder. Just try to reach for the stars, And also, when you keep on like posting about your work, there are people who are looking out there. Just always remember that there are people looking out there who are ready to help you, who are ready to collaborate with you. And right now, you're getting to, like, example, Ruth and Cod. It's really helping me a lot, It's really helping with my portfolio and everything that I do, because, it's and things are changing in order. So, like, that's how everything is. So just remember that this looking out there who's ready to support.
Okay, I hear you. So this one question I wanted to ask. You see, there's people I saw, like, there's people in this competition. There's a lot of you guys. There's a lot, and to someone like me who doesn't even understand it, because I see like a lot of people like who have foundations that do whatever they do. They can be it for giving out food parcels or giving out sanitary pads. Do you think there's people in the competition who do that, who PR?
Well, let me say everyone has their own ways of doing it, and we're all trying to have different goals in this. So I cannot really touch more on other people because we don't have the same vision, A lot of people, yes, more especially in the a lot do own foundations. They do collaborate with other people. They do work for other foundations as well. So it's very wide, diverse. So I more in that on this.
Yeah. So okay, now I hear you. So like for people who are listening now, to say like, what makes Shimiey different from the previous guest who was on the show, and also who happens to also be a part of the pageant? What's Shimiey's USP? Understand? Why should they vote for Shimiey as opposed to voting for or Kwezi? Like why should they vote for you?
Okay, great. That's a very great question. What sets me different? It's, let me say, we are all unique. We all have different capabilities. I, for myself, I've always wanted to be a role model, more especially for the people where I come from in Guyana. we don't have this much of patience. It's very hard to find one. But me going out there in the world and trying to encourage everyone in my community that ladies, yet can do this. It's not about me, but it's for all of us. So I think that's what really sets me different. And also on why people should vote for me. I really want to be in the world. I mean, there's literally no one in Guyana that has ever went that far into being in Miss World or Miss Universe or Miss South Africa on its own. It's always people outside Guyana. So me being first wanna be like something, I always want this thing of like, I always want to be the first person in Guyana to do this and this. Those are one of my goals. So like me being out there and people getting to help me with everything, it's gonna inspire a lot of people, not only in Guyana but also like South Africa as a whole. So that
Okay. So for people who just joined us now on the show, we have Shimiey Makhubele, who's Miss World South Africa quarter finalist, rather. So we'll be going to an ad break and we'll be discussing more with Shimiey Makhubele. Yeah, for people who just joined us now, on the line we have Shimiey Makhubele, who is Miss World South Africa quarter finalist, all the way from Limpopo, Guyana. So Shimi, you were still telling us about how you started your modeling journey.
Oh yes, I was still saying that everything started in 2018. I was still in grade 10, whereby I joined a local and next to my hometown, which is in Makhubele. And the first pageant was Miss Teen Exclusive Mall Town. And honestly, I didn't have any guidance. I didn't know how I should walk, how I should answer questions, and like everything with regards to pageant, I didn't know anything. But using the YouTube, try to research here and there how to do interviews, stuff like that. So that's how everything started. And fortunately, everything went well in the competition. I managed to bag the first runner-up title. And after that, I was like, okay, maybe I can continue with everything. That's how everything continued, yeah. So after like Miss Teen Exclusive Mall Town, I joined a few pageants whereby I got to be crowned Miss No Doubt Second Princess, Miss Crystal Glow Queen, Guyana Model of the Year 2020, and other few pageants, quite like a few of them. And then after that, I wanted to try something out of my hometown, whereby I went to the provincial stage where I got to compete in Miss Limpopo province, and I ended up in top 5. After I went to RSA Models Awards Ambassador in 2021, and then I went to Miss Teen Southern Africa where I was representing Limpopo, and I managed to get the first princess title. And then now I am in Miss Remarkable South Africa, whereby I managed to come up with the queen title, and also I was representing Limpopo. And now finally we are in the international stage, which is Miss World South Africa.
Okay, that's interesting. That's very interesting. So, like you seem like you are more. Well, I don't know about the academic side, but we'll touch into that now. But you seem like you're making more out of the modeling career as you are in IT. And the reason I'm saying this is that you just mentioned some of these things that are like great accolades, So for someone who's just an average sort of thing, it's like, why are you still in Rosebank doing the IT stuff, whereas you can put in effort into this modeling career that you have now? What would you say to those people?
Modeling will always be there, honestly. Even education, it will always be there, but just don't sit in one place and focus on one thing. I'm just that one person who wants, I want everything, you understand?
Yeah.
like education, and also I don't want to leave pageantry or modeling as a whole. I just want everything to align. I don't want to be like that whole pageant model who doesn't need a qualification. So that's why I want like everything. So also like in terms of the academic side, I do focus a lot on academics. It's just trying to balance in everything. Like you can everything but still try to find balance. So that's how everything is. Yeah.
No, that was actually my next question. It's like how do you balance all these things? Because it seems a lot to an average listener, to say she's doing that. She was doing the Miss Limpopo thing and Miss Teen and now Miss World South Africa, and she's also in academia. So like, how do you balance all this? And there's still family time even on top of that.
Yeah.
So like it's so like how do you balance all those?
Well, let me say, firstly, you just have to like, okay, I'm just that one person who tries to write everything that I need to do in a day, either on my phone or in my diary. I know a lot of people say, what, a diary? Yes, I do still carry a diary sometimes, just to like, keep up with my work. So, let me say in a day, I'll say in the morning, I have to wake up and do this and this, go to school, for example, go to campus, try to study, go to classes and stuff like that. After, when I come back, it's family time. After family time, catch up with my friend, then their social media friends, stuff like that. And after, like doing this whole pageantry thing. So it's all about balancing, all about trying to figure out what to do next. You cannot, let me say, you cannot focus on academics the whole time. You need to like relax. And my way of relaxing, is like doing all this pageantry stuff and also catching up with my family. That's how I find balance. So like writing everything down, trying to do reminders there and there. Yeah, it does really help. More especially now that I'm like doing my final year. It's really, really a lot, to be quite honest. It's really a lot. Everything is just like there and there and there. And also being in the SRC is just like a lot. But trying to find balance, it's what I do, yeah. So writing everything down, trying to set goals and stuff like that. It really does help. So that's yeah.
No, I hear you. So I want to ask you again. This is another question that's been on my mind lately. So you are a part of Miss Limpopo, Miss Teen, and now you are also a part of this Miss World South Africa pageant. So like, does you being a part of these other pageants factor into them accepting you to be a part of this, or their decision in some of these things that they do?
Okay, let me say like now I'm currently reigning for a national pageant, which is Miss Remarkable South Africa. They do start me. They do start in everything. Like that's the only pageant I'm reigning for this year. Because the other one, since Southern Africa, was last year. Like I won't mention much on those ones. I'm just gonna mention Miss Remarkable. I'm still like the queen, and they haven't crowned anyone as yet. I'm still like the reigning queen, and I do still keep up with my queen duty. Though sometimes they do require work from me. I go there and deliver. It's all about like trying to find balance, and also they do support me in everything that I do. They support me in everything, and then they do ask me if I need anything, and then they provide in with everything that I need. So when you are with an organization, whether you won with it or not, let me say it's very good to build relationships with people. It does help in the future. So
Okay, no, I hear you. And like now I want us to touch on, for some people who saw that, I know Israel also went to your page and was like, oh, she also promotes the brand, so I'll give you a chance for you to talk about that more, about the brand and what you do and how that came about. So this is what they saw, and they're like, oh, we thought she was only involved in that, but only to go to your social media and be like exposed to some of the things that you're doing outside of the pageant, which is being, a brand ambassador for the brand. For some people who don't know what that is or how that came about, I would like to give you an opportunity to just express, like, this is how this happened with the brand that you see on my social media. Can you please talk more on that?
Okay, so it's more, how can I put it? It's a friend of mine that is a fashion designer, right? Her name is Makhubele. She's a fashion designer and started this, I think it was maybe 3 or 4 years back, I don't know. So she needed models, and we're coming from like the same place. I was like, oh, of course, I can help you. So I became her brand ambassador, and I help her with everything, marketing, trying to get people to buy the clothes, everything. So I'm more like the brand ambassador, the face of her little company, So
Yeah.
and that's how the brand ambassador thing came up. And then I don't only work with her, I also work with like other people. Last year I was working with Prolific SA. They also do the whole designing thing. Yeah, so like those, I think those are the only 2 brands that I was working with in terms of the fashion side. But I know going forward, I'm gonna get to work with like different people, a whole lot of people, and I can't wait for the journey to get there. Yeah.
Yeah, so like, for someone who wants to start and be a face of something, to represent a brand, like, where do they start?
You can communicate with people. Sometimes people be like, okay, let me put it this: when you go to social media, for example, they do post this thing of like, come be our brand ambassador, apply for this and this. Go all the way up, apply, and just be there. You never know, maybe the opportunity is going to be there for you. So like try to be there on social media. All these fashion designers, these fashion people in the industry, they always do post about wanting brand ambassadors. Don't limit yourself, always go out there. You never know, maybe it's going to be your chance.
Okay, no, that's beautiful. So for that, there's people that I look at into the space, and I'm like, oh, she's doing an amazing job in that. So like, one example would be Kylie Jenner with her brand and the lip gloss. Is it the lip gloss line that she has going on? And Rihanna has Fenty. Like, are we going to see something like that for you in future?
Definitely, we are gonna get that. The goal is to get in the top international. That's the goal.
Yeah. So like, what are some of the things that you need, like, for this to open up doors for, like, you're part of this pageant? Like, what are some of the doors are you looking for this to open for you internationally?
Honestly, as I've mentioned before, trying to go out the way is the only way for me. Trying to set goals, build community. Build relationship with people. I know, like, one day there's just someone who's looking out there who's gonna open up the door for me and help me all the way up. Because honestly, it's not easy sometimes doing everything by yourself. I might think sometimes I do have the whole information, only to find out that I don't know everything, And then there's some people who are maybe not really above me, but there are some people who know something that I don't know. So trying to like have those relationships. I know someone who's gonna connect me to, whatever connections that they have. And then with that, I know all the way we are there. So that's how I'm trying to like align with everything, and also trying to come back to life on its own. I know things are not gonna happen in it. It's gonna be like a whole up and down journey, but it's just like one day is one day, we'll get there. I don't know how, but I know we'll get there.
Yeah, so for some people who want to buy the product or like push, because I know for sure, like, because we have a lot of people that are influencers and want to be a part of that, like, for the sake of pushing, like where do they connect with your friend in social media? How do they connect?
Oh, okay. So like I do post everything on my social media page, in Instagram, and my Instagram handle is at Shimiey_Don. And then I have a TikTok account which is I am Shimiey Don. And then my fashion designer, her social media is at Feed Them Clothing. Yeah. So when you want something, of course you can connect with us. You can talk to me directly and then I'll connect you to her. Or rather you can text the brand and then yeah, that's where you
Okay.
get everything.
Okay, so like my producer just told me that if you can send the details, so we can also like put some of the thingies on the description box below on every platform, so we can also like try and push what she's selling and and also again you must also give us your voting numbers for people who want to vote for you. Give us that as well, so we can also put it in the description box, so people can go there and vote for you. So Israel is also writing an article, and I did notice on the last article that some of the details were not mentioned, like where people, the number they should vote for, so those were not mentioned in some of the social media handles that you just mentioned right now. They were not put in there, and it could have really put you in a different position as far as like getting you out there and getting more votes for you. But we'll make sure that in whatever she's releasing now, she's sure to capture those details. For people who just joined us now, we have Shimiey Makhubele, who's Miss World South Africa quarterfinalist, and we'll be talking to her more, and some of the questions that we compiled from the people who are the listeners of the podcast. We'll ask some of those questions when we come back from the ad break. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone, on Backroom Convos with Lesapa M. So today's guest is Shimiey Makhubele, who's Miss World South Africa quarterfinalist, a model and a brand ambassador. So, before we left, we were talking about the socials and where people can get your friend who is a fashion designer. So I just wanted to ask you that what are some of the challenges that you had to conquer in this entire thing that's happening in your life?
You mean one of the challenges?
Yeah, like in you being a model. Let's just take one from being a model, one from being a part of the pageant, and lastly connecting. Well, we can't really say connecting with the brand, because we know how you connected with the fashion designer, because she's your friend. I think that would have been the answer. So let's just take one from how you conquered one challenge from the Miss World Day, and the second from like the modeling side of things.
Okay, let me put it into this. In terms of like the whole modeling thing, it's not easy. It's not easy at all. It's not easy. And how to tackle all the challenges is just to like keep on going. If you face disappointments, it's never gonna be the end of the road for you. It's never the end. You just have to keep on going. Maybe there's just gonna be a shot left somewhere, which is gonna lead you to, but no. So like disappointments will always be there. Those are one of the challenges. I cannot really touch much on support, because honestly, I feel like as long as I get support from my family, I have it doesn't matter, right? Because my family support a lot, and also those few friends out there, and also like those few strangers that are supporting you. I feel like it really does mean a lot to me. So that's not much of. I think as a whole, it's all right, because I don't do with her. But people, when they see your work, connect as well. Like, oh, Shimiey, see you on social media, we're doing great. And we have a collab. I'm like, yeah, yes. Of course, I did check if like the whole brand thing aligns with me. And yes, we are good to go. So like, challenges will always be there. It's not everyone that's gonna recruit you. Sometimes, yes, I also have to like take in the lead. It's not everyone that's gonna come to me. I also have to go to people, I have to go out there, just say no, but that no doesn't mean it's gonna be a no forever. So like touching based on everything, it's never a no. Someday someone will say a yes to you. So like, yeah, challenges always be there. It's just how you pick yourself up from everything.
Okay, no, I hear you. So, I want us to go back to academics. This is one question that I forgot to ask you. Is that like, given that now this is your first year and probably next year you're going into maybe working, so the question has to be, given that we have a high unemployment rate, and IT is booming at this point, and given that you are who you are, see me, a queen, I mean, come on now. I mean, I think for you to be a part of the statistic to say, I mean, employee, you're in a compromising position to say, you wait for a call from someone saying, we're employing you or not. Are we going to see you open up maybe an IT firm to empower women or something along those lines to make sure that maybe you alleviate the unemployment rate in our country?
Okay. When it comes to like, I admit it, technology doesn't wait for you. You can get a 5-year-old making money in their home because of technology. So it's all about getting the knowledge, everything. Honestly, I'm not gonna wait to be employed. I don't want to fall in the statistics. Although like I'm already in the, I'm not yet employed. No, for if I have, I can like create application of my trying to market it, try to find people out there. I get funded, I get paid for everything that I do. That's basically everything. So there's no, there's just is like people in the IT that can do. I feel like IT, it's just particular faculty that can like help you with everything anywhere. You don't have, so that's basically. So yes, in terms of opening my own firm, really touch much based on that, like try, some things, yeah, but so little bit. So yeah, and especially that our generation is emerging into something great. But technology is growing. It just can't read. We, me and other people that I work with, we are good. It's something that only women see. It's women. What about me? And all the youth to be involved. It doesn't matter of your sexuality. So like, I just want in whatever grow in there. Well, especially in technology, yeah, it's very growing. It's emerging. It's great. The more we use the digital literacies and everything, we can get a whole technology. And if next generation, a lot doing I don't know, there'll be software developers at the age of 5, to be quite honest, because that's how technology. Yeah. That's just.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. So I just wanted to touch on something again. So, people like the story of Michelle Obama, the story of who you call Connie Ferguson, the story of like all these independent women, right? And their relationships. Like, why is Simi still single at this point?
Oh my gosh, I was not really expecting that shit. Oh, let me say it's not really about being single or whatever, but I just want to focus on what I really want. Yeah, maybe I'm just not much into it. Maybe I am, but I'm just like not really focusing much on that for now. You know, yeah, I just talk. It shit. Stop.
Yeah. So like I know like there's people who always try to shoot their shots and all of that. Like, how do you deal with that? Because it's a lot, you know. When there's such things happening, there's people I know for sure. Trust me, there's people who always try to take a chance to say, "Let me shoot my shot, maybe," you know, and only to find out that they were not really into you, and it was because of the fame. Like, how do you vex that to say like, ish, no, like I'm fine. And, you know, like how do you handle that of people? Because I from what you've just answered me, it sounds like you're you're open to it. At the same time, you're like, I'm pushing myself. Understand? So I just want to know, it's like, how do you vex all those things? It's like, okay, if he comes, he comes. Understand? So like, how does see me vex?
Okay. To be quite, I I really because to type education, pageantry, and all. Do you wanna do it? Yes, definitely it is. And
Yeah.
don't that I don't want my everything that I want to get. I like, people get to respect that. So it's just like everything. People try to understand that this is what I want and this is what I don't want. So yeah, the more the okay, how can I put this? The more fast it does.
Yeah, I think the line is very bad now. We can't really hear Simi speak. So I think when we come back, we'll try and get Simi to answer, say 5 questions of people who are really listeners, people the question that came to, because I really think that some of the questions that I hear she already answered. So we'll try and answer 5 of the questions because we already spent so much time with her. And yeah, so for the people who just joined us on the line, we have Shimiey Makhubele. She's a Miss World South Africa quarterfinalist from Limpopo, Giyani. So when we come back, we'll take 10 of those questions, not even 10, like 5 of those questions, then we'll wrap it up. So after the ad break. Welcome back to Backroom Convos. Before the ad break,
we're still talking to Simi about relationships and all of that. The line was very bad. We apologize for that again. So for whoever just joined us on the line right now, we have Shimiey Makhubele. She's Miss World South Africa quarterfinalist from Limpopo, Kiani. So I think now we'll take, because I was reading some of the questions that I have here, Simi. So I think some of the questions you got to answer, so we'll just pick five, and you'll get to answer those questions, right?
Okay, no problem.
So the first question is, as a role model of an as a role model of an aspiring model and a brand ambassador, what's the message do you want to convey to the youth of South Africa?
Hi, can you repeat that again? My network was a bit glitchy.
Okay, I'm saying that the question was, as a role model for aspiring models and brand ambassadors, what message do you want to convey to young women who are looking to pursue a career in the industry?
Okay, great. What I can say is do your research about the industry that you are interested in. Like if you want to be in fashion or pageantry, you can do your research in that and make it your mission to connect with people of the same interest and to learn and remember to set goals for yourself. That's the advice I can give.
Woo, that's nice. Short. Okay. Second one, how has being a quarterfinalist in the Miss World South Africa pageant impacted your life and career?
It's been nothing short but amazing. I I didn't know I could go this far with connecting with people. You know, a lot of people do come approach me and trying to help me with everything, and I feel like the relationships that I'm building with like different people is quite helping me a lot. And being in the quarterfinalists in J is just, it's very nice and very, it's very aspirational, you know. So like yeah, I'm so much happy to be in here, and I cannot wait for the journey forward. And I'm hoping to be, to be in the top 54 and being in the finalist round in top 27. That's like what I really want right now. But being here for now, it's just really amazing, and I cannot wait for more things to come.
Okay, the third question. In your opinion, what qualities makes a successful model and a brand ambassador?
Mm. Honestly, have to be different. You just have to like let your authentic and unique self lead the way. Those are the qualities that I can say. Like else, we're all different. We're all wrong way things. Each one has their own qualities. I'm you, for you.
Okay, okay. The fourth question, can you share any memorable experience or highlights from your journey as a model and brand ambassador so far? Did you get the question?
So you're saying
The fourth question was, can you share any memory or any memorable experience or highlight from your journey as a model and a brand ambassador so far?
uh, I, the only have like a lot of, but I can say what I've been now is I got to join all these like national pageants from everything just the right people, you know, build it, it has been so much amazing. And we were getting in the what time.
Yes. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
So the fifth question is, what advice would you give to an individual who may be facing self-doubt or obstacles in their own path to success?
As I've mentioned before, that we are very, very different. And of course, self doubt is going to be there. Trust me. you are not the only one facing that. A lot of people who have started, let me say for example, all those inspirational people you see, Connie, and they all started somewhere, been up there, like definitely they all went through their ups and downs. And just always remember that also you want, it doesn't like always happen immediately. You just have to keep on pushing. Some days you're gonna feel like you're gonna give up, but just remember not to give up. Just try to go higher, and one day definitely be there. And don't ever doubt, because you don't know the grace that you have.
Interesting. Okay. So the sixth question, how do you stay motivated and overcome any negative thoughts or setbacks?
uh, Staying positive, I know in me, and I just believe that I can't give up now. I always remember that I still have things that I need to achieve. So there's no.
Okay. Which question is this now? I forgot. Got to count. So it's the eighth question. As someone who's looking to have a positive impact in your community, what are some of the initiatives or causes that you are most passionate about? Can you hear me? Shimi, I think the line is very bad. Can you please try a different line so we can see if we can get us to answer like two, three questions? Then we wrap it up. So for people who just
I
joined us now,
can
okay?
hear you. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. So the answer was.
I mean the question.
Oh, okay. It's the eighth question. As someone who is looking to have a positive impact on their community, what are some of the initiatives or causes that you are most passionate about?
It's all about, trying to build everything and taking my foundation forward. I know with that, and also everything on my about my Beauty with a Purpose project, um definitely it's gonna go somewhere. So how can I put this? um my foundation and also my brand as a whole, it's like taking me forward with everything. So also me trying to work with the people that have and vision with me. That's how everything is.
Okay, okay. The eighth question, can you tell us about any upcoming projects or collaboration that you are excited about?
Okay, right now I'm working with another foundation, which is Women of Dominance. And also there's just quite a few projects that I'm working on. I just cannot say everything because I can't say everything. But yeah, I am working with like a whole different with different people. And yeah, so the only one that I can actually mention with the name is Women. um Coming Saturday, we are going to another school. For we have a collaboration with another high school, whereby we'll be talking with the girls and also to giving an career expo. Also, women. How can I put this? Women expo. Yes. So the projects that we're doing right now.
Okay. Next question is the tenth question. How do you use your platform to create change and inspire others?
My platform is really a whole. Yeah, it's very very a whole. Why to be specific, with my foundation, for example, and also me being a model, and also using my digital literacies in terms of like social media, I use that to inspire a lot of people. I know with social media you can get to connect with like a lot of people. So using that
Mm,
platform, I know I can reach a lot of audience. So that's how I try to like use it wisely. So yeah, let me say my social media platform and also my foundation and the people that I work with, we do try a lot to reach out to a lot of people, and it really 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 does help. So yeah.
Okay. So the next question is, what strategy or practices do you follow to maintain a healthy work-life balance?
um as I said, it's all about trying to write everything down, because at the end of the day, you have to like think about your mental health. People do get tired. Of course, when you overwork yourself, you do get tired. So it's all about trying to work out there, trying to set goals, and also trying to find balance in terms of relaxing as well. Not only trying to find balance in school and also like other things, but also trying to rest. So like the strategies that I use, my strategies is just trying to write everything down and going forward with the day, but also don't just sleep all day. I don't believe in
Yeah.
sleep all day because it just makes you lazy. So yeah.
True. Okay. Finally, what message or word of encouragement rather would you like to share with our listeners to who aspire to achieve their own dreams and make a difference in the world?
Okay, to our amazing listeners, just remember that there's still a way, way, way long in life, and trying to get out there and setting your own mission. Just always remember that one day you will be there. So set your mission, make your mission to connect with people of the same interest and learn, stuff like that. So the more you get to learn, and also by learning you also get to help others as well. Always remember, don't yo how did I forget this? Okay, always remember that don't stop moving, always go out there, and one day you will be where you want to be. Yeah, so that's
Hmm.
definitely.
That's great. That's a great one. That's a great one. So we've reached the end of the show. So for those of you who want to follow us, they can just do that on any platform. And please rate all our shows. So for people who want to connect with Shimiet on social media. Shimi, can you please give us those social media handles and where they can find you? And please give us your friends. Oh, well, they do. You do have them on your socials, so they can just go there. So we'll use those. But on WhatsApp, can you please just send me her details as well, so we can just add them, and the SMS line they need to use to vote for you.
Oh, okay, great. I'm gonna send you everything. But to the listeners, just don't forget to keep on voting for me so I can reach the top 54. That's by SMSing MSSA 026 to the number 40113. I do put up everything in my social media. In social media, I'm available in TikTok and also in Instagram. That's where I'm mostly in. My social Instagram is at Shimidon, and then TikTok account is at I am Shimidon. So yeah, I am going to send you everything, and then you can put in your whole social media. And also, I do put everything in my social media, and you can go and check everything out.
Yeah, thank you. So for those of you who just joined us now, we have Shimieta Makhubele on the line, Miss World South Africa quarter finalist. But unfortunately, we've reached the end of the show. So for those of you who want to recap on this episode, the episode will be uploaded on Thursday, tomorrow, on all DSPs. So everybody feel free to go on all the DSPs, show love to Shimieto Makhubele, and show us love even on social media. So it's Lesejo_MH on all social media platforms. And for everyone who wants to support the movement, just go there to Shimi and support his friends and everyone. And I'd like to also give a shout out to Israel and Meg for the articles and the blogs that are coming out. So we appreciate you for that as well, man. So without any waste of time, Shimi, Thank you. Let's come in again Monday for another epic episode of Bedroom Convos with Lesego M. Cheers.